quick review of the Iron Factory IF-EX01 Dino Armor and Rifle add-on kit for the Hasbro Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. I ordered this to make my Hasbro Grimlock fit in, have a little bit more bulk, look a little bit more coherent with Planet X's figures. And so, of course, like the day after I ordered it, Planet X has announced, much like I was talking about in my Neptune review, that they have started production on Vulcan, which will be their Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. So they have confirmed that they have heard the fans and they are going to make one in their style. So we've got Neptune and Kalis are out already. Semanis and Quiniris are, Quiniris, I'm not sure how you say it, are their Snarl and Slag respectively, and we've seen test shots of those prototypes, grayscales. And they've announced that they are doing Vulcan, which will be Grimlock. So we are getting all 5 of the main Fall of Cybertron Dinobots from them. Super excited. But I still have this, so let's go ahead and show it off. Now you get the chest plate that becomes like kind of shoulder armor in robot mode, and a rifle. And it's really easy to get. I left them in the package because it's really easy to get them out. They just come in, just the instruction sheet, and they just pop right out of this little plastic tray. There's no secondary tray on top of it, which is nice. So yes, there's the instruction sheet. This is a little bag for an alternate configuration, which I'm not really going to... I'll explain it, but I'm not going to go into because it works better as just the coherent piece it's designed as. Now these guns can actually split here, right down the middle. Actually, not quite down the middle. The post is on one of them. And they've got these little posts on the side that you can peg in to the side of Grimlock here. And I'll probably just keep them off to the side. The rifle itself is all right. Also, it's the same gray as the body, and I feel like had they made it the same gray, the darker gray of these connectors, it would have looked a little better. You can see it's much brighter than that darker plastic. I think it would look more like a rifle if they used the darker plastic, but oh well. So those can go on there, but we're going to go ahead and just plug this back together to form the rifle and set it off to the side for the time being. It gives him the little double rifle, similar to his G1 weapon. Now this piece, you can see right here, there's just a couple little tabs right here, and there's a couple slots right here on either side of the back of his head, and this just plugs right in there. Plugs in there, and it kind of clicks up and snaps into place under the body. Oh, didn't have it up high enough. There we go. So you slide it all the way up, and it just fills in that underside a lot better. It gives him a little bit more bulk from the side here, as well as completely concealing that hole. And it doesn't, there's another company made one that sat, the Cretaceous Advancement, was that the one? That filled in the hole, but it was smaller and it sat all the way up inside the cavity. So while it covered that hole, it didn't really help with the bulk of the body. And that, he still has a massive tail, but that does tend to even out the body here as well. And what's cool is once you slide that in, it doesn't lock into place, but it stays in fairly securely, and you can transform it without having to remove it. So you can just go ahead and transform him to dinosaur or to robot mode. We'll just lock these in place. Pull his arms out, and again, you can pull the arms out without come here, without detaching it. And then this piece splits right here. You kind of lift it up like this, and you see there's some arms here. I split it in half. I rotate these out to the side, just like that, and then the head comes down. The dinosaur head wraps around it, and just like that. Just like it transforms exactly the same way it did. It kind of sits in an empty space up here, which lets you bring the arms down. And it also fixes the problem of, because of where it sits and where you have these things aligned, it helps, it keeps the shoulders from collapsing into the robot body every time you touch it, which is nice. Okay, now we've got him standing up. Let's bring the camera up here. And then these panels, these little wings right here flip out on either side. And then you rotate this around and down, and this piece actually kind of up, and this piece folds all the way in like this. And it just forms, and then you can position it however you want. There's some ball joints up in there to sit behind his shoulders. So it kind of gives him the wings he had on the old G1 toy, if you remember the way his torso would flip out. And that's where those other pieces come in, because this is how this works on here. And it gives them a little bit of bulk. I don't have these in quite the optimal position. You can fold these back a little bit to give them some different, however you wish. I mean, I think they're designed to kind of fit up against the arms, but if you want to fold them back, it just gives them a little bit more bulk in robot mode, and like I said, really fixes those shoulders from collapsing into the body the way they would like to do without that piece there. Let me get his fists out here. All right. Now, like I said, the alternate method that the pieces are there for. There we go. Come on, legs, stay together. There we go. I'll pull them out. There's a ball joint and an extra arm piece, and basically how it works. Come here. A piece of tape has sealed this thing shut. You know, we don't need this baggie, so we're just going to go ahead and dump these out. So basically how it works is you get two of these little ball joint pieces, and then two of these extra arms. And all that does is you pop this off this ball joint right here. And then you can take this ball joint, plug it into this hole right here, pop the dinosaur arm off, and attach it to the outside, and then use this joint right here to reattach that, take that arm and attach it onto here. And it just puts the dinosaur arm out. It makes it look a little bit more G1, if that's your thing. However, when you do this, you do have to pull that all apart to transform him back to dinosaur mode. It does not transform into an accurate dinosaur mode. But if you want his robot mode to look a little bit more G1, you can do that and put the arms there on the outside. I don't think I'll be displaying it that way. I like having the whole functionality contained within the piece itself. But it's kind of cool that they gave you that as an option. Pull that off, snap you back on. Although now that's really super loose in there. Oh well. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just had it wrong. So yeah, it gives him a little bit of extra bulk, and like I said, helps those arms stay out. And really in dinosaur mode, it helps fill in that gap very well as well. And just as a quick comparison with the other two, with Neptune and Kahless, with the extra parts, just to give you an idea of how he looks. And he doesn't look too bad, although I am still super excited for Vulcan. But there it is. There is the Iron Factory IF-EX01. Grimlock is Dead Special Edition. No, the add-on kit for Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. Oh, his rifle. He can't hold it as a rifle. Unfortunately, like this peg, like these pegs are thick enough for him to hold it, and these pegs fit in all the holes. This peg is just a little too small. The way the claw sits, it means it's not gonna. That's why this is also kind of the reason I want a Planet X version, because this guy does not stand very well. You can see it is kind of loose in his hand. The shape of his arm kind of holds it mostly straight, but it does come out very easily, and it doesn't stay in very well. But yeah, there's the IF-EX01 kit from Iron Factory for Fall of Cybertron Fall Apart guy, Grimlock.